Hi, and welcome back to Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is letting go of a situation that is just not working out. It's not what they thought it would be, or they feel like there's somewhere else where they could grow a little bit better or feel a little bit more like that's where they belong. I feel for most of you, this is about a living situation or a job. So maybe the workplace just isn't feeling like a place where you could really learn what you want to learn or get, the experience you want. For others of you, you may feel a little bit restricted in terms of the living space that you have. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchanten. Look at this a little bit more. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Carrie. How we doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I've got my email address for you in the description box below. And we'll start with the Egyptian Tarot. Well, let's see what that was. It was the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We'll see if that comes back out. What else? Fool in the reverse. 5 of Cups. A little bit of a regret. A little bit of looking to a decision that was made in the past, feeling like it should have been a bit more obvious that the other choice would have been preferred or would have gone better. For some of you, though, I think you're being a little bit harsh on yourselves. I think there were developments that happened after you made this choice. Maybe change in leadership, change in, who owns the building if it's a living situation. But with the Emperor in the reverse, there is either like a landlord, a boss, the owner of the company. I don't get very good energy off this person. They like to be like, they dominate the conversation. They don't really listen to other people. And that creates a lot of other problems, right? Hello, Dwayne. How are you? Hello, Illuminati. What's going on? It came back out. That's the Knight of Cups in the reverse, as it was when it was flipped over. So we've got a moody, bossy person. 5 of Swords in the reverse. 2 of Swords. 4 of Swords. That's a lot of air energy, so we could be dealing with Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra in this reading, your chart or somebody else's chart. But I also feel like that's because this is like, there's no love in this connection. This is I do what I have to because I know if I don't, there are consequences, not because like I respect this person. But that's interesting. It looks to me like there was an attempt to do right or exceed expectations or have a conversation about something that, could improve. And it kind of feels to me like this Emperor in the reverse was like, I don't need your help, or I don't like that idea, or I don't care if you're mad at me. I'm not going to apologize, or I don't care if you apologize to me. There's just kind of like a brick wall here. Page of Cups in the reverse. 6 of Cups in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. I think we have somebody that could be concerned that they're going to be kicked out. They're going to be potentially fired, or that they're going to be given less desirable projects. It's like, I tried to make things right, but now you like me even less than you did before. Now I don't feel like there's any way I can like repair the connection or, make things tolerable, because this isn't like a romantic connection. This is, could you just like turn my heat on, or could you fix the faucet? I'm going to try real hard not to sound like a hateful person, but the last place that I lived, how do I say this? Let's just say I've had a bad experience with a few landlords. And I had a place where my air conditioning wasn't working, where like 8 of, I don't know, like 25 outlets weren't working. So I couldn't use like the office area. I literally moved my computer on top of like I had a spiral staircase. I put like a big piece of wood over the top of it where you clear it, right? That's where I started working. They just like would not fix anything. And that's the vibe that I'm getting. Like either they're completely lacking in terms of support with regards to the job that you need to do and you're trying to do it right, or you asked for something to be fixed and they refused or they did it wrong. This is just like, oh, okay, so you're putting me in a situation where now I have to decide how much longer am I going to put up with you. Hello, Lanikia. How are you doing? Hello, Deborah. Oh, there was a good reading. I think it happened about a month ago. No, I'm just kidding. I try to make sure there's a decent balance, Not too many love, not too many money, not too many angry readings. But truth be told, I just pull some cards and Spirit tells me what it's about. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. So I do feel like there's going to be a cost for this Emperor in the reverse because they've acted the way that they acted. Like, I don't hang around if I don't like my landlord, you know what I mean? And I ended up leaving that place probably earlier than I would have if they'd actually done right by their end of the bargain. You know what I mean? So it kind of feels to me like whatever this is. It could be the job thing. It could be, I live here, or, I don't want to deal with my neighbors anymore. Maybe there's a really bossy person that lives next door to you and you decide to sell your property. Whatever it is, it's just kind of like, I just don't want to deal with you anymore. You make everything so difficult. Number 22, Butterfly, which is about metamorphosis. Hello, Andy. How you doing today? It's like that sometimes. What else? So because you have changed, I think in particular, there's more confidence, perhaps in what you bring to the table or what kind of an asset you are to a team. It's kind of like, when you hire somebody at an entry level, there's not a lot of respect. You're viewed as kind of like a dime a dozen, which is unfortunate, but that's how they do it, right? And then as you climb those ranks or as you have more experience, you become a part of a smaller club, right? There's somebody here who is, I think, underestimating the importance of your participation, whether this is a neighborhood, a community, a building, or even just them being able to pay their bills because you pay your bills on time. Whatever it is, they don't realize that being unnecessarily cruel to you is going to make their life more difficult. But it is what it is, right? Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing? This is the Kipper. And part of the reason we're being kind of guided to go away from this is you are naturally a pretty, I don't know, I'm not saying you're obnoxiously happy. It's just that this person is making it more difficult for you to be who you are supposed to be. So we have number 33, concern, and number 34, occupation in the reverse. So even if this is about where you live, where you work could be applicable, right? Well, I don't want to live here anymore, but if I want to move to that part of the state, or if I want to move to that part of the country, then I'll have to figure out what I want to do in terms of work. So it does feel like it's a little bit more complicated. You have to do some planning, right? But I see this as you, regardless of your gender. This is commenting on your maturity. You're able to tackle this challenge, find a different path because this one ain't it. You know what I mean? All right, this is the Rider-Waite. Hello, Miss Princess. How are you doing? Well, aren't you just delightful? Ooh. Have you ever got like a real heavy whiff of somebody's perfume or cologne and you're just like, oh, I feel like the air just slapped me. It's like these cards just slapped me. Like, this is not good energy. And this is our Emperor in the reverse, this person you're dealing with. Now, keep in mind, this could be a group of people that have very similar attributes. But Emperor in the reverse is coming through more so as somebody who feels like they're in control. So they would have some perceived power within this group. And they're also coming out as some pretty not nice energy. Temperance in the reverse is like, I like to start drama, or I always like to like pick out what you're doing wrong. This could be this could be one of those like horrible bar owners you see on Bar Rescue when like dude man is just like totally, I don't know, like filleting them. Is that inappropriate? Just on everything they do wrong, right? This person is getting in their own way. So by how they treat you or other people, they are eroding the security or the stability of what they've built. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Eight of Wands, Strength in the reverse. Yeah. There could be an announcement, especially since like the new year started recently. There could be an announcement regarding pay, bonus, how much you owe each month, or return to office, something along those lines. There's a conversation here and you're like, oh, wait. I was already putting up with enough because you are intolerable. And now you're saying it's going to be worse? I'm going to like make less money, or you're going to like have stricter requirements or something? What? Bet. Let me get to my research real quick because I'm going to find a way to not do what you're telling me I have to do, because no. This is like if somebody said they wanted to buy me some dinner and you go to, I don't know, name a burger place. And then I place my order and they're like, oh, no. I'm not willing to pay for the cheese on your burger. You can get the burger. Now, granted, I'd just pay for the cheese, but like, what do you mean I can't get the cheese? This is like, this person's like telling you how to do your thing, or telling you there's like no confidence in you. There could be rules changing if you live in like an apartment building regarding like parking, or, monthly like stupid fees on the side. I said what I said. How else can I gouge you? Sorry, you guys. For those of you that don't know, I have gotten a bit litigious with not so nice landlords. Anyways, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, 4 of Wands. This is about whether or not somebody is doing right by their end of the bargain. Are they actually maintaining things in your apartment, in your house? Are they making it difficult for you to keep things up to date? Because this 4 of Wands can literally be a house, right? But this could also be a promotion. If you're trying to make it look like I don't know what I'm doing because you don't want me to get promoted, or because you don't want me to feel like I'm entitled to a raise, then what motivates me to stay here? I'll wait. Oh, look at the time. This person doesn't have good intentions. And I feel like whoever I'm reading for, you know it. You know they're just I'm going to call him like a grumpy Gus. This person's just like not easy to deal with. And they're definitely on attack mode right now. 7 of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Wands in the reverse. So they either feel like something of theirs is threatened and they need to like reassert that they are the one who makes the decisions around here, or they're passing on some sort of cost to you. And it's not fair. Not at all. So it's putting you in a mindset where you're like, okay, I'm even more likely now to take a little look at this globe here, see where else I want to be, because it ain't here. Smells a little weird in here. Oh my God, you guys, look at it. Yep. Makes sense to me. 8 of Cups. I'm going to walk away because you suck. I could probably say it more elegantly than that. I'm sorry, but like, they suck. So I'm going to walk away and then look, I've got that globe again. I'm figuring out somewhere else to be that's cooler than here because that should be pretty easy to find. Because again, I hate it here. It's like, okay, you just made the decision that much easier for me. Time for a change. Adios. This is the Gilded Reverie. What else do we have? It's a little early in the day for the whip, but we're going to do it anyways, you guys. We got the whip and interesting. The bear, which I often correlate with the strength card. And we have the heart, which talks about love. So basically, this feels to me like our Emperor in the reverse views strength as something that's based on fear. I don't care if you respect me, but if you fear me, I'll still be in charge. I don't care if you think it's fair because you're afraid of me. Versus, do I want this to be a supportive environment? I don't see this as a romantic love. I see this as a like basic willingness to respect people around you and not be a turd bucket. You guys must think I'm so mature. If you are new, anytime this card comes out, I have a little joke that I tell. It's not my joke. I can't claim it, but it is kind of funny. The whip. No, not the whip. The whip. No, please, not the whip. The whip. No, please, anything but the whip. Anything? The whip. What else do we have? Clover. Number 2. Uh-oh. A man without a shirt, eh? Okay. Number 28, or sorry, 33, the key. 28 is the man without a shirt. So the reason I call it the man without a shirt is not because I'm just like hyper fixated on that. It's because there's 2, both for the women or for the woman and the man. There's 1 of each. 1 more clothed and 1 less clothed. So this would suggest that we have somebody that is not necessarily great with their morals. So I do feel that for now, they have been lucky in terms of not being sued by somebody. And I'm feeling like it's real specific. This boss or this landlord or whatever this powerful person the emperor is, emperor in the reverse, they did something they shouldn't have done. And so far, they've been lucky. They haven't been caught or they haven't run into somebody who might like to familiarize themselves with the law like I do. This key makes me feel like even more so this is about where you live. You are not supposed to be where you are. You are supposed to be somewhere else that will be more encouraging of the person you're supposed to be. All right, this is the Pause Tarot. Hello, Kingly Eagle. How are you today? I like it, Carrie. I'm proud of you, Key Controller. What else do we have? Empress in the reverse again. Page of Wands in the reverse. Three of Cups in the reverse. So I didn't like you before. I felt like you were kind of a bad leader, or I felt like you didn't really know what you were doing, or I didn't feel like I could rely on you. Empress in the reverse. And then you said some ish. You made it worse. You opened your mouth, or you told everyone we had to do things differently, or you added on some bogus fee. Now I really don't like you. I'm hearing a song. I don't fuck with you. This is just like, you've made it perfectly clear. I don't want to hang out here. I don't want to be a party to this environment. Fool in the reverse. Again. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, that's the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so we've gotten the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse twice, and now we've also gotten the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So this makes me feel like whoever is messing with you, this Emperor in the reverse, Empress in the reverse, this person looked at you initially as the Fool, right? Maybe they still do right now. Like, you need me. I can do whatever I want. You ever heard that saying that your boss needs you more than you need them? And I would guess that could also apply to certain tenants or landlords, right? This person, our Emperor in the reverse, is so confident that the power dynamic reflects best on them, that they have grown careless in terms of doing right by their responsibilities. Because they have grown careless, now they are the person who has things at risk. Now, maybe they've overextended themselves financially. Maybe they keep expecting that if you're the top salesperson, you're going to keep raking in the dough, which really means the business is doing well, right? They don't realize, while they initially they asserted that they had something to give to you and you therefore needed them. Now it's the other way around. If you were to leave, they would be like, wait, where are you going? I thought we were friends. That's how you treat friends, how you treat your enemies. I'd be real curious. Actually, I don't want to know. This is probably real bad. You probably make them wear Crocs. Sorry, guys. If you like them, more power to you. I really don't like them. I'm proud of you, Matt. What else do we have? Two of Pentacles and Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this person is barely balancing the books. They have spent something they shouldn't have. It's like they spent their discretionary money the way Lucy does on the I Love Lucy show. When they get like a business manager, it's like she doesn't have any allowance for like 6 months or something like that because she keeps spending money that isn't there yet, right? This person may be really bad in terms of using credit cards or taking out loans or pushing things to the very limit, right? And therefore, if you were to leave and not help generate business or not be paying rent, whatever it is, this person, they wouldn't be able to handle it. They'd be like, wait, where are you going? I can't afford that. Oh, really? It sounds like what you're trying to tell me is you couldn't afford to mistreat me. Interesting choice you made. Because from where I'm sitting, it wasn't that important to you to acknowledge that you need me when you were deciding how to treat me, or whether or not to make my apartment livable, or whether or not to promote me because I was bringing your business extra business. No, instead you were like, psh, you didn't care. Queen of Swords in the reverse and Judgment. I see whoever I'm reading for, you being kind of firm. I've made my decision. I'm sorry if this puts you at a disadvantage, but I wish you had thought about that before you told me that I wasn't going to be promoted, even after you promised me that I would. There are consequences to your actions, and I don't want to be here anymore. So they're not taking that message very well. This is the Star Trek deck. That's kind of funny. So you guys don't make fun of me. And well, you know what? Go ahead. If you want to make fun of me, you can. The song that came up on my phone before I started this reading was called The Singularity, which if you know the Borg, if you know Star Trek, and you know Hugh here, then you probably know what that's about, right? Just the idea that maybe everybody else is okay with what you got going on over here, but I want to be me. So this Emperor in the reverse felt like you were one of the pack. You were one of the followers, or you were going to keep doing as you were told, right? Like the Borg do. But the story of Hugh here is he breaks out, right? Well, I think he was technically abandoned, actually. But he wanted to be Hugh. The name that I think it was LaForge gave him. So we've got the Seven of Cloaks in the reverse, which would be the Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is like, now I'm viewing your desire to be independent, this change that you're making. This is the Tower, by the way. This decision to move out, this decision to get a new job. How could you do that? That's like an attack on what I've built here. Well, I'm going to go my own way. That's just how it is. Knight of Starships. This would be like the Knight of Cups, right? There's an offer here that looks appealing, something that is quite in contrast with your current experience. A better living situation, a better job, probably better paying, or both. So we've got Two of Latinum. That would be the Two of Pentacles. We had that down here too, remember? This person may try to wheel and deal with you. Okay, if you don't leave, I'll do this. Okay, if you stay, I'll give you that raise. I think, if I recall correctly, I saw a study that said those who take the opposing offer you get after you put in your 2 weeks notice, if you stay with the company who does the counter offer, generally you have about a year before you have to be looking for a different job anyways. They'll probably work you out of the company because you're being paid too much, or they figure you're going to quit at some point anyways. So we have the Ace of Batless, which would be swords. And the Four of Batlets. You may need a little bit of time to think about what's going on, to think about what you would like to do. But I do feel like the new opportunity or the new place is where you should be. especially because it seems like you would be able to maybe get away from an influence or something that is holding you back. Yeah. Death. So you have the ability to transform, but it does require that you leave something behind. Wheel of Fortune. She didn't like Hugh initially, but then she grew to like him. So there's a change here. I do feel like you say, you know what? Yeah, I'm ready for something different. I don't care if you have a counter offer. I don't care if you're going to like change your opinion or make an exception for me on whatever you communicated that nobody liked. That ain't fair because you still had the intentions of doing that in the first place, right? I like it, King the Eagle. We've got 5 of Starships, which is the 5 of Cups. So now we have this Emperor in the reverse, feeling regret, feeling like there's nothing they can do because they've already basically made it intolerable for you to stay. We have the King of Latinum in the reverse. I don't know that this is necessarily a person. It could be the Emperor in the reverse. But I'm seeing this more so as I don't feel like I can stay here. I don't feel like I can build upon my life here. I don't feel like this is where I become the best version of myself because of you, Emperor in the reverse. Because you're like a little roadblock. This is the silliest thing ever, but I'm picturing people who are like going for a run and there's this person who's like, bah, like blocking the path so people can't go on their run. And it's like, you don't have anything better to do? What are you doing? We've got the Emperor in the reverse again. Yeah, they're still trying to control the situation, hoping that a conversation or even an exit interview is something that they can kind of manipulate or control. 2 Cups in the reverse or the 2 of Starships in the reverse, but you're done. You're like, thanks, but no. Hello, Frederick. How are you doing? You shall not pass. All right. Let's see what else we've got. I do feel like this is primarily about money, so I'm going to grab, I can't remember what these are called. I don't know, but I did tell everyone about it in the Carmen Takes You on a Tour of Her Tarot deck, so if you really want to know what's in there, it's one of the regular videos instead of the live streams. What else do we have? What? Is that really what you're trying to say? Okay. See, this one has some typos. I don't know if you can see it. It says bloke out, like, you know, I think the Brits use the word bloke for like dude. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be block. Block out distractions. You see why I was a little confused? Your life purpose and other priorities need your undivided attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. You already know what these distractions are, and you have the power to responsibly block them out or bloke them out. Thank you, Peggy. What else do we have? Dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. That's why we had the key, right? Number 33. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. So you do have abundance coming your way, but you do need to keep track of your ideas. For some of you, you don't necessarily need to be dreaming for those ideas to come through, but I do feel like the important message there is, do you have some sort of notebook in order to I like it when you can. In order to keep track of those ideas. I have this horrible habit, you guys. I'll find like some random like half piece of paper and I'll write down my ideas or like my plan or my strategy. And I'll be like, cool. Or like even like a grocery list, right? But then I forget it. Like, where the hell is it? If it's in a notebook, it's a little easier to find. So yeah, maybe that's one of those things that you could, a little small action item that you could take away from the reading. All right, this is the situations deck. What else do we have? Focused and denial. So while you have been focused on your job or you've been trying to stay true to this path or this mission that you're on, this Emperor in the reverse has been like a fly buzzing in your ear, or like a person who sings off key trying to join in when you're singing along to something. Sorry. That's why you need to get some distance from this person. They don't see things the way you do. I don't know if they ever will, because they have to choose to, right? And they're real proud of their... I'm just going to leave that. They're really proud of themselves. So we've got reconciliation or come together. There is somebody here that you are supposed to be spending time with or that you are supposed to meet. And it could require that you move. It could require that you start working somewhere else. We've got obsession. Oh. Really? I don't like that. So keep in mind, this is a general reading. Take this how it resonates. But there is someone who's obsessed with you. You have been so focused on what you need to do to fix this like working environment or, you know, where you live, that you may not have realized that there is somebody who's very focused on you. I don't really get a very good vibe from this. So I want you to be very observant and make sure you're making smart decisions. Check the back seat of your car when you get in. Make sure that your door is locked. I don't need you to be like paranoid, but I need you to be responsible because this person is watching for your car. They're trying to figure out where you are. I don't like that. This could be an ex. This could be somebody that you don't know, but there is somebody here who's watching you and you're supposed to not be around this energy. Yeah, so this move or this pivot in your life, this change that you're about to pursue, this helps you get into a better situation, especially if you are looking to have children or you have children. Otherwise, this is about you being able to feel young again. You don't have to be as stressed because you're not dealing with this Emperor in the reverse. But we also have the karmic in the reverse and then the unconditional love card. You are not supposed to stay where you are because when you go to a different place, that's where you lose this karmic that is obsessed with you and meet this unconditional love individual, this partner that is has good intentions and wants to do right by you, genuine, certain love. So this seems like overall abundance, not just monies. All right, let's get a few from the Fairy Lenormand. What else? Number 25, the ring. This is about a contract. It could be a marriage contract. It could be a job contract. It could be a lease. It could be a purchase of a home. I don't think we've ever had a double. I'm sorry, guys. I love y'all, but I'm not doing the whip again. But let it be known that you were on the live chat that got to see the whip come out twice. That's funny. This is saying I don't like this contract anymore. I don't want to be around here. I don't want to stay here. I don't want to work here. Or for some of you, you're getting away from a karmic that is unwilling to let you walk away. Hello, Shanice. How are you doing? So this is an important move. This is a direction that you're destined to pursue. You got free will. I want to be clear. You can make those choices, right? But this is where you flourish, wherever this new place is. Aww. So when you make this change, or maybe even as you're making this change, you are going to get a message or have a conversation with somebody who is very loyal to you. This is a good friend, or this is somebody who loves you like with their whole heart. This is not the person who's obsessed with you, and this is not the Emperor in the reverse, but this is somebody who cares about you, and I feel like they support your decision. Either because, hey, I want to see you, you're moving out this way, or I know I won't see you as often, but I know that this is the right thing for you, and I want you to do it. There's somebody here who's loyal to you, and it's very clear how loyal they are to you based on this conversation that you have, because they're very supportive of what you want to do. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.